Okay, well, thank you very much. Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to each and every one of you. Ito po, si Nico Fabian once again. Nandito po tayo sa NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico. And today is April 24 na, no? April 24, and it's Easter Thursday. Happy Easter Thursday to each and every one of you. Ito mga kababayan ko dito po sa Malaysia, particularly here in Sabah. And very specific dito po sa Kota Kinabalu City, the only city in Sabah or is Malaysia. And of course, we have our brothers and sisters not only in Sabah, working and residing in this country of Malaysia. We also have our neighboring state that we call it Sarawak, no? And it's just a matter of a few hours drive when you want to go to Sarawak, also a beautiful place to visit. And of course, I'm proud to say that Sarawakians are a very hospitable and friendly people, and they have beautiful places to go and visit in Sarawak. And of course, when you go to Kuala Lumpur, West Malaysia, and there you will see the Twin Tower of Malaysia po. Nice place. I've been there. I just arrived 2 days ago. And back to normal tayo dito po sa sabihin natin Kota Kinabalu, and focus tayo ngayon sa mga activities or updates regarding what is happening in the Philippines, because whether we like it or not, it's just a matter of 2 more weeks, if I'm not mistaken. Then we are going to have the midterm elections dyan po sa Pilipinas, wherein the Filipinos will once again elect their local public servants for 3 years, term, fresh 3 years term. And that will be 12 senatorial positions are declared vacant now. And then we have the congressional or congressman post. We have governor, vice governor, assemblyman, provincial assemblyman. We have mayors and vice mayors, city and municipal. And of course, we also have, we are going to vote for another term, first term for this councilor, city and municipal councilors po. 1 term, it means 3 years. Excuse me, medyo I'm still coughing because unpredictable. As what I told you, since the past few days, even I was in Kuala Lumpur the other day, the weather in Malaysia is unpredictable. And I was also made to understand na the same experience the Filipinos in the Philippines are facing. Weather is very unpredictable. Like now, it's already in the evening, but mainit pa rin po dito sa Kota Kinabalu. And just as a reminder to all my brothers and sisters, be it in the Philippines, be it in Malaysia, or be it elsewhere, especially the overseas Filipino workers working outside the Philippines. Of course, also our senior citizens like me. And of course, those sick people, no? We have to take care of them. Make sure you take more liquid or water po so you won't be dehydrated. Just imagine, it's very dangerous. If you are dehydrated, then you might be a victim of heat stroke. Mahirap na yan po, no? Mahirap na po. Later on, during our program, I will be touching on the issue on ICC about Rodrigo Roa Duterte, our former president of the Philippines. And we will also touch a little bit on plans of Vice President Inday Sara Duterte, ang impeachment niya, and is she going back to visit her father in The Hague or in Netherlands, because Tatay Digong is now under the custody of the International Criminal Court. And of course, I'll be giving you 1 or 2 footages regarding the updates regarding the death of our beloved Holy Father, si Pope Francis, no? Si Pope Francis. But in the meantime, may mga good news and bad news tayo dito po. We will start our program. Welcome to my program again, NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico. All of you, I hope in one way or the other I will be able to give you some valid or important informations regarding ang mga updates dyan sa Pilipinas. Good news and bad news. Ano yan po? What is the good news and bad news for the Filipinos? Now, this is not something let's say, new to the Filipinos. The good news is, mayroon na daw po, next week, 20 pesos per kilo ang bigas dyan sa Pilipinas. Ano ba yan? Totoo na ba yan? Or is another campaign strategy to lure voters, to lure voters to vote for the candidates? 20 pesos per kilo. And remember, during the 2022 presidential election, no less than President Bongbong Marcos announced that if he becomes the president of the Philippines, then he will make sure that the price of rice in the Philippines will push down to 20 pesos per kilo. But after 3 years now, malapit na 3 years, no? Hanggang ngayon po, it never materialized. And surprisingly, all of a sudden, here comes the news from the government, Marcos administration, today saying na ang bigas po sa Pilipinas will be 20 pesos per kilo. Totoo ba yan o hindi? Good news yan for me. I would say it is good news. We are happy to hear good news yan po. And sana all, tuloy-tuloy na ito po. But because of this announcement, some people say it's good. Something we have been looking forward. Dahil po, ang daming problema ang Pilipinas and cost of living in the Philippines is getting higher and higher. Higher and higher. And with this 20 pesos per kilo, it will be a big help to the rice-consuming public dyan po sa Pilipinas. I hope it will be. But the question is, ano ba ito? Why all of a sudden, they managed to push it down to 20 pesos per kilo? Ano ba ito? Will it be another campaign strategy or hanggang sa election na lang ba ito? After the election, they will give you another reasons na hindi matuloy dahil ganito. Really, excuse me. Now, why only choose to launch the 20 pesos per kilo of rice in the Philippines? Why only choose one place as a pilot project? Okay? For your information, it will be only in Cebu City to start with next week. Why Cebu City? It is because po, Cebu City is the #1 province in the Philippines, very rich, both rich province po. They have a total of 3-point-something million voters in Cebu. So, focus daw ng mga kandidato will be on this province, Cebu. And why put behind ang Mindanao, ang Luzon? Obviously because Cebu is a vote-rich province in the Philippines. And maraming mga questions, and no less than our Vice President, Inday Sara Duterte, got some doubts on this announcement made by the Marcos administration today that starting next week, they're going to launch the 20 pesos per kilo of rice in the Philippines. Let's monitor the updates regarding this announcement po, no? But anyway, in the meantime, let me share with you itong news that I would like to share with you coming from the mainstream media in the Philippines today. Nandito po ang news about the 20 pesos per kilo rice in the Philippines. House Speaker Martin Romualdez, remember, Martin Romualdez is the House Speaker of the Congress, and his approval and trust rating is really, really down. It means only few people believe him, despite being the Speaker of the House. Okay, House Speaker Martin Romualdez on Thursday or today said the House of Representatives will do what it can to support the Marcos administration's in rolling out favorable rice. The Speaker said this can be done by legislating laws that establish new financing mechanisms and support agricultural modernization. Romualdez made the pronouncement after President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. ordered the Department of Agriculture to sell rice at 20 pesos per kilo in Visayas until December, or if possible, until 2028. Why? Bakit until 2028? Because 2028 is another presidential election po in the Philippines. This is just the beginning. We will make expensive rice just a memory. It will be history. Sabi ang announcement ng gobyerno. With the help of a whole of government effort, this can be followed until the program reaches every corner of the country. According to Romualdez, agricultural modernization entails mechanization, high-quality seed distribution, soil health programs, and solar power irrigation. He believes when this situation becomes a reality, the vision of affordable rice will endure beyond its pilot implementation. We still have many laws to pass to continue and extend the 20 pesos per kilo rice program. Agriculture Secretary Francisco Tiu Laurel Jr. announced the pilot selling of rice at 20 pesos per kilogram after a closed-door meeting with Marcos in Cebu. Present in the event were 12 governors in Visayas. Romualdez said the Visayas launch of the program will enable the Department of Agriculture to assess its warehousing capability or capacity, inter-island shipping roads, and Kadiwa retail points before a wider rollout may be done. Yon po ang latest news coming from the Marcos administration today. Yon, the question is, one, why only Visayas? Why not Mindanao? Because Mindanao is a Duterte country. Why Visayas? Why in Cebu? Because Cebu is a vote-rich province in the Philippines. But they forgot, based on the surveys, political surveys, Cebu is a Duterte country. In other words, people in Cebu support former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. And some people were saying, is this another strategy to scam the Filipinos? If Marcos did manage to put down or fulfill his promise, 20 pesos per kilo, when he became the president almost 3 years ago, why all of a sudden, mayroon na? And the other question is, the Filipinos are asking, the quality of this rice now, is it a good rice? Of course, definitely, I would say that this rice is, yeah, fit for consumption to the Filipinos. Huh? But do the Filipinos deserve the lowest class of rice? Huh? The poor Filipinos will now eat this rice at 20 pesos per kilo. Will eat this rice 20 pesos per kilo. But do we deserve? Do these people deserve? Rich people, I would like to I'm sorry, no? I'm sorry if I offend these politicians who are trying to show to the Filipino community or the Filipino nation. Now rice will be cheap in the Philippines. How I wish this president, the family of the first president the first family of the Philippines, the president, the first lady, his children, this congressman, these senators, why don't you start eating the 20 pesos per kilo rice? And we will follow you. See? Definitely, 20 pesos per kilo, quality will be down. But these politicians, rich politicians, are you going to buy that 20 pesos per kilo and give it to your family? I really doubt. I really doubt. But how I wish, being a model, a politician who says, I love my country, I love the Filipinos, vote for me, and I'll make sure life will be better if you give me the opportunity to represent you in the government. Be a model. You start eating this 20 pesos rice per kilo. And why the government just announced the 20 pesos per kilo starting next week? That program. Why did they make it very clear to the Filipinos what kind of quality of rice you're giving to them? Yun na po. See? It's good news. I'm happy to say, 20 pesos per kilo. But I'm thinking, how about the quality? Remember, last year they mentioned about rice. They will put down the price of rice because they have the old stock of the National Food Authority. Remember that? And they say that there is another stock of rice in the Philippines, but the grade is lower. And some people were saying they cannot eat this because it is only good for the animals. So now we want to see whether this rice is of quality. And do we deserve? Do we deserve? Because of the price 20 pesos, we are going to eat this kind of very, very low quality of rice. Is this how the president is thinking or looking at the Filipinos, especially to the poor? When you talk about, as long as there is rice, cheap rice, you get it. Don't talk about the quality, because we in the government, we promise we will push down the price of rice, and now it's 20 pesos per kilo. Do not complain. The 20 pesos is there now. Do not complain about the quality. Ganon lang ba yun? Is this how you say you love the Filipinos? You care for them? Vote for me because I will protect you? I'm sorry po if some people get offended with what I'm saying, but this is my personal opinion. This is my personal opinion. And I hope the quality of rice that they are going to give to my fellow countrymen in the Philippines, it will be of good quality. Let's see. Kayo na po bahala. Maghusga po. And let us wait until next week. What kind of rice that we are going or that they are giving to us. Start lang yan po sa Cebu. Anyway, my personal opinion, and it's up to you po. Agree with me or you don't agree with me. I'm just telling how I feel. Because I am also a blue-blooded Filipino. I am a poor Filipino. I know what is life. Life of a poor Filipino. Now I'm a little bit better because I'm working outside the country, outside the Philippines. But I know for a fact, many Filipinos in my beloved motherland are suffering. And we are hoping that things will change. And this is the time for us to make sure that we are going to vote the right candidates come May 12th midterm election. Alright, nandito ang video clip that I have prepared for all of you po when it comes to the 20 pesos per kilo. Let's listen to this report coming from the UNTV newscast today. Today po. Let's listen to this. You hold on, Alright.
Tutupad ang pilot implementasyon ng pagbebenta ng 20 pesos kada kilo ng bigas sa Visayas Region sa susunod na linggo. Ito ang inanunsyo ni Agriculture Secretary Francisco Chu Laurel Jr. matapos ang pakikipagpulong ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. sa 12 Visayas governors sa Cebu Provincial Capital kahapon. Ayon kay Secretary Laurel, napili ang Visayas na unang pagbentahan ng murang bigas dahil sa mas maraming nangangailangan sa rehiyon.
Mas maraming ang nangangailangan sa mga regions na yun. But of course, ang eventual intention itong programa na ito, once we sort out all the issues logistically and para makita talaga how to operate it, launch it and manage it, nationwide to eventually.
Pagkatapos ng launching sa Visayas, kalaunan ay patutupad na rin ito sa buong bansa.
We are going to launch the P20 program. The P20 program is basically a 20 peso rice to be launched through the LGUs of the region 6, 7, 8 starting next week.
Ang pagbebenta ng 20 pesos per kilo ng bigas ay lilimitahan lamang sa 10 kilong kada linggo o 40 kilos kada buwan sa bawat pamilya. Sa unang pagkukwenta ng DA, maaaring umabot sa 3.5 billion hanggang 4.5 billion pesos ang kinakailangang budget para sa subsidiya na ito sa bigas. Didepende pa kung hanggang kailan ito ay patutupad. Ayon sa kalihim, nais ng Pangulo na maipatupad ang murang bigas na ito hanggang sa taon 2028.
The President has actually given the directive, no? Initially, itong program ng DA was supposed to last for until December. And pwede pang stretch siya hanggang February. But our President has given the directive to the Department of Agriculture to formulate this to be sustainable and ituloy-tuloy hanggang 2028.
Del Maribuho, UNTV News and Rescue, Diyos ang aming sandigan,
Alright, that's it. Yan po ang announcement by the DA, Department of Agriculture po, today. And according to the announcement, there will only be allowed, or they will be selling the 20 pesos per kilo rice to families 10 kilos per week only po. 10 kilos per week. Or 40 kilos in 1 month. Right? And not nationwide, It will only start in Cebu. And who knows when they are going to sell this rice in Mindanao. I look at it, okay, Cebu will be enjoying the 20 pesos per kilo hanggang the election day. Tapos yan, baka may problema na tayo. I hope I'm wrong. Po. Okay, what is the reaction of the people? Alright, I will share with you the video clips, a reaction coming from the Vice President, Inday Sara Duterte. Some people might say, why Inday Sara? Why don't get the reaction from other people? I am going to do that. I will do that. But since it is available now, the reaction of Inday Sara Duterte, the Vice President of the Philippines, then I believe that it is worthwhile listening and watching to this video clip of Inday Sara Duterte, the Vice President of the Philippines. Let's listen to this.
Pangako para sa eleksyon, ganito inilarawan ni Vice President Sara Duterte ang timing ng pagbebenta ng halagang 20 pesos kada kilo ng bigas sa Visayas Region. Ayon sa pangalawang Pangulo, isa itong estratehiya para manalo ang mga kandidato sa ilalim ng alyansa para sa bagong Pilipinas.
Promise na naman yan sa mga tao na alam mo para lang sa eleksyon at para lang sa kanilang mga senators, para manalo yung kanilang alyansa puno na iniwanan naman din sila nung dalawa nilang kandidato dahil nakaalam ko walang direksyon yung kanilang alyansa.
Dagdag pa ni VP Duterte na ang nasabing hakbang ay isa na namang pambubudol sa sambayan ng Pilipino para makuha ang kanilang boto sa darating na eleksyon sa Mayo.
Well, hindi ko alam kung anong motibo nila. Baka, yes, inaano na naman nila yung mga tao, binubudol na naman nila yung mga tao sa 20 pesos per kilo na bigas. At magdududa ka dahil bakit Visayas lang? Hindi ba nagugutom yung mga tiga Mindanao? Hindi ba nagugutom yung mga tiga Luzon? Bakit 20 pesos per kilo lang dito sa Visayas?
Bukod dito, duda rin ng bise na hindi maganda ang kalidad ng 20 pesos kada kilo ng bigas na ibebenta ng administrasyon sa Visayas.
Meron akong pagdududa na magbebenta sila ng 20 pesos per kilo na bigas pero hindi pang tao, pang hayop. Pag sinabi natin 20 pesos per kilo na bigas, yung pwede kainin ng tao. Yan yung 20 pesos per kilo na binibenta, yung pinapakain sa baboy. Hindi mga baboy hindi mga hayop ang mga Pilipino. Kapag nagbenta kayo ng 20 pesos per kilo, bibili kami lahat kasi pwede siya kainin ng tao.
Sa ngayon, wala pang detalye mula sa Department of Agriculture kung anong klaseng bigas ang kanilang ibebenta sa halagang 20 pesos kada kilo. Nauna nang ipinahayag ng ahensya na sisimulan ang pilot implementation ng pagbebenta ng nasabing bigas sa Visayas Region sa susunod na linggo. Jed Merasina, UNTV News and Rescue.
Alright, well, thank you very much. Yun po, the reaction of Vice President Inday Sara Duterte. Anong sa palagay ninyo po? May puntos ba yan, mga question ni Inday Sara Duterte? Is it another scam? Is it, she question about the quality of the rice? And why only in Visayas? Not include Mindanao and Luzon. Ang dami mga question mark dyan po si Inday Sara Duterte, and I believe it's not only Inday Sara who got this kind of questions po. I think karamihan ng mga tao din po may nag-support itong mga queries or questions Inday Sara is sabihin natin raising. I for one po, I want to know what kind of quality of rice you are selling and for how long. Is it true? Is it true? Hanggang 2028? What guarantee? Anybody can say. And then, here comes, people will be saying, if the government says something, it's not fake news. But if the opposition says something, it is fake news. Let's see po. Let's see kung what will happen to this announcement. But honestly speaking, I hope and pray, and I'm very to hear this announcement, 20 pesos per kilo of rice in the Philippines starting next week. Although it will start only in Cebu. I am very happy that announcement, 20 pesos per kilo. But, mayroon ba? Kailan? Hanggang kailan? What kind of quality? And why this one and why that one? You see? Yan po. 20 pesos per kilo issue natin po. And of course, from the 20 pesos per kilo, let's move to another topic when it comes to the midterm elections. Midterm elections will be scheduled on May 12th. And ongoing online voting for all overseas Filipino workers. Those outside the Philippines, now you can start voting until the last 11 hour of May 12th. And that will be May 12th at 7 p.m. All the polling centers will be officially closed and counting will start. And now you can see a lot of political survey, election surveys po, and results differ from each other. Depende po if this is a commission survey or non-commission survey. Depende. But how things are moving now, it seems that majority of the Duterte candidates are now getting in sa Magic 12. And the number of candidates coming from the Marcos team or Marcos administration, they call it Alyansa para sa Bagong Pilipinas or Bagong Pilipinas, medyo mahina na po. Some they're saying the boat of Alyansa ng Bagong Pilipinas are now or is now sinking. Why? One of the factors, I think a majority will agree, why the trust and approval rating of President Bongbong Marcos really dived to 17%. The reason is, one is the March 11 incident, wherein the Philippine government extended helping hands in surrendering, they call it surrendering, Tatay Digong or former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte to the custody of the International Criminal Court. And until now, Tatay Digong is still under the custody of the International Criminal Court. And majority of the Filipinos po, they did not like the idea. And that is one of the reasons why drop talaga ang trust and approval rating, not only of Bongbong Marcos, four top officials in the Philippines. The President dropped. VP Sara, the Vice President, shoot up. The President of the Senate, trust and approval rating dropped. And the Speaker of the House of the Philippines Congress, Martin Romualdez, worse still, really dropped. So among the four top officials in the Philippines, only Inday Sara Duterte's trust rating pushed up. Despite of the complaints against her, despite of the July 30 jump starting of the impeachment trial against VP Sara. VP Sara po. So that shows how the Filipino community do not agree what the Marcos administration or the way the Marcos administration is running the show in the Philippines. Alright. Now, Inday Sara Duterte endorsed two candidates coming from the Alyansa para sa Bagong Pilipinas or from the team of Marcos. That is Congresswoman who is now vying for the post as a senator, si Camille Villar. And of course, si Senator, re-election is Senator Amy Marcos. But Senator Amy Marcos already officially said that she left the party of his younger brother, Bongbong Marcos Jr. And Inday Sara Duterte already raised the hand of Camille Villar, endorsing Camille Villar, asking the Filipino voters to vote for Camille Villar in the Senate. And let's listen to the side of the group of Bongbong Marcos. Hold on, nandito po. Let's listen to this.
Sa 11 kandidato sa pagka-senador ng Alyansa para sa Bagong Pilipinas ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr., binigyang diin ng political party ang commitment kasunod ng paghikayat ng lakas CMD sa lahat ng kapartido nito na ibigay ang buong suporta sa lahat ng senatorial bets ng Alyansa. Ito ay kahit na ini-endorso na ni Vice President Sara Duterte ang isa sa 11 kandidato ng Alyansa, partikular na si Las Piñas Representative Camille Villar. Bukod kay Congresswoman Villar, nakakuha rin ng endorsement ni VP Sara ang presidential sister at kumala sa alyansa na si re-electionist Senator Amy Marcos. Ayon naman kay NPC spokesperson, Quezon 1st District Representative Mark Enverga, suportado pa rin ng partido si Congresswoman Villar dahil nananatili pa rin ito sa alyansa para sa Bagong Pilipinas.
As of now, we still remain to be committed since she is still considered to be part of the alliance. So, until now, we will still support our colleague for Senator Camille Villar.
Samantala, naniniwala naman ang NPC spokesperson na magkakaroon pa ng pagpupulong ang mga leader ng alyansa kaugnay ng kasalukuyang sitwasyon sa koalisyon. Mahigit 2 linggo ito bago ang 2025 midterm elections.
So, siguro until then, I'm presuming that our leaders will be discussing this anytime soon. So whatever the allianza will agree upon, we will support fully. Of course, with whatever the president would decide on also on this.
Dagdag pa nito, posible ring magkaroon ng pagpupulong ang mga miyembro at leader ng NPC sa susunod na linggo. Sa ginawang pagpupulong ng lakas CMD noong Martes, April 22, present ang lahat ng senatorial bets ng alyansa, liban kay Representative Villar. Rosalie Coz.
Okay, well, thank you very much. That's the latest when it comes to sabihin natin, ang election po dyan sa Pilipinas, ang team of President Bongbong Marcos. President Bongbong Marcos, and the trend now, if you talk about the candidates trend in the Philippines, we can see that candidates coming from the Duterte camp are improving. They are now coming into the Magic 12. Because the election for senator, we are going to choose only 12 senators. In the Philippines, we have a total of 24 senators, and half of it are now declared vacant. So, okay, let's move on. My next question, my next topic is what are the plans of Inday Sara Duterte, the Vice President of the Philippines? She will be celebrating her birthday next month. Will she visit the father in The Hague, in Netherlands, and celebrate her birthday together with the father and the mother? Yun po, malaman natin po. I will share with you this video clip, and you will get the answers from this video clip of Inday Sara Duterte. You all are. Nandito po. What's the number is 1.22. 1.22. Here comes 1.22. Let's listen to this video clip.
Vice President Sara Duterte sa The Hague, the Netherlands. Ayon sa pangalawang Pangulo, nangako siya sa kanyang mga magulang na si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte at Elizabeth Zimmerman na magkakasama nilang isi-celebrate ang kanyang kaarawan. Dagdag pa ni VP Duterte na kasama niyang babalik ang kanyang ina sa The Hague at plano nilang bisitahin si dating Pangulong Duterte na hanggang ngayon ay nasa International Criminal Court o ICC Detention Facility. Natarating na May 31, ipinagdiriwang ng pangalawang Pangulo ang kanyang ika-47 kaarawan.
Nag-promise ako sa mga magulang ko, sa nanay at sa tatay ko na sa birthday ko, silang dalawa yung kasama ko. So, babalik ako sa birthday ko, kasama yung nanay ko. Kasi nung pagbisita niya noong nakaraan, hindi siya nakapasok dahil wala siyang permission. So, nung nagkausap kami ni Pangulong Duterte kahapon, inaantay yung nanay ko, sabi ko na sa birthday ko na lang tayo magkita tatlo.
Okay, well, thank you very much. And now you know, si Inday Sara Duterte will again go and visit her father, si Tatay Digong, in the ICC detention. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. 1,000 apology. Now, Inday Sara Duterte will be visiting the father in The Hague, together with his mother, with her mother, during her birthday, because according to Inday Sara Duterte, she already promised that during her birthday next month, she wants it to celebrate together with his father and mother. Yun po ang latest. Now, talking about ICC, ang mga lawyers ng mga victims ng EJK has something to say when they were interviewed. Ito si Attorney, anong pangalan niya? Okay, let's listen. I forgot the name. Okay, nandito po. I will share to you this video clip. This video clip po sa isang attorney dyan po sa defending ang mga victims ng EJK of former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Ito po ang interview. Hold on, ha?
Yung proseso kasi ng ICC, unang-una, aaprubahan muna yung victims application form na gagamitin ng mga biktima para mag-apply sila sa ICC para makapag-participate sila sa trial. No? Doon sa may order ng ICC, yung decision ng ICC na in-issue, doon pa lang in-approve yung application forms. Kaya magsisimula pa lang yung mga biktima na mag-fill up ng mga forms at sasabihin nila kung sino yung kanilang napupusuan na magre-represent sa kanilang maging abogado sa ICC. So talagang wala pang nasasubmit sa ICC right now kasi ka-approve pa lang ng mga form. No? So mag-uumpisa rin yung consultation ng BPRS kasi yung BPRS will consult the victims and the various groups representing the victims para makita yung sense kung sino talaga yung mapupusuan, sino yung pagkakatiwalaan ng mga biktima at mga human rights organizations sa Pilipinas. No? After yon, saka mag-a-appoint, no? Mag-a-appoint ng common legal representative o kaya victims council ang ICC. In the meantime na ginagawa yung consultations, interim na in-appoint yung tinatawag na Office of the Public Counsel for Victims. Ito yung parampaw na opisina sa ICC who will look after the concerns of the victims in the meantime that the BPRS is doing consultations.
Sa interview, he kind of parang took a swipe sa inyo, attorney, na sinabi niya na what they don't tell you, parang referring apparently sa inyo po ni Attorney Conti, is that they were not accepted at this present moment in time to be representatives of the victims, rather the OPCV. So he thought, sir, na already kayo po ay victims representative na, and he even called you, Attorney Conti, as victims activist, victims representatives.
Alam mo, nung nabasa ko yung comment na yun, no? Napaka-fake news kasi parang ang kanyang ini-imply ay kailangan mong ma-appoint ng ICC na Victims Council bago ka makapag-komento sa mga pangyayari sa ICC. Fake news yun, no? Sobrang fake news kasi kahit na sinong tao can actually express his or her views sa mga nangyayari sa ICC, no? So, yung ginagawa ko ay karapatan niya, no? Karapatan talagang freedom of expression tinatawag. Kahit na sino sa buong mundo can actually express his views, criticize the submissions of the defense or even the prosecution, no? And wala naman akong representation that I have been appointed, and
Before we let you go, just to conclude our interview, any message ng attorney kung meron man po to Attorney Kaufman regarding this case, and also sa mga kababayan natin, attorney, kasi recently, dahil nga po sa lumabas sa interview ni Attorney Kaufman, medyo yung iba ginagamit po, parang weaponize po yung interview niya against you and Attorney Conti. Any message, Attorney Patuyan?
Ang message ko lang kay Attorney Kaufman ay stick to the merits of the case, no? Huwag maglagay ng mga pagsimulan yung mga biktima na mag-participate sa mangyayaring paglilitis sa ICC. Nawalan na ng mga mahal sa buhay itong mga biktima ito. Hindi magkaroon ng hustisya dito sa Pilipinas dahil hindi pinayagan, no? And until now, talagang takot, no? Pati nga yung mga supporters ng dating Pangulo, Clinton Sir Kaufman, sobrang binubuli yung mga biktima, no? So ang kanilang pagkakataon lamang na makakamit ng hustisya ay sa ICC. At sana wag nang pigilan, no? Magkaroon na ng patas at malayang paglilitis para malaman na kung anong ba talaga, kung guilty or not guilty si Mr. Duterte.
Alright. Attorney Butuyan, maraming salamat po, Attorney, and God bless you, sir. Thank you po for your time.
Okay, thank you very much. God bless you po for your time also. And yun po, ang latest updates regarding sa ICC issue. And this time around, I want to share with you I think this will be my last video clip po, no? Tungkol naman ito kay Pope Francis. And mayroon dyan interview dyan sa Manila to Bishop Broderick Pabilio regarding anong mga latest developments about the funeral rites of Pope Francis scheduled on Saturday, and what are the activities or programs ongoing dyan sa Vatican. So nandito po. Let's listen to this video clip.
Ano talaga po yung pwede naming asahan in the next few days and weeks perhaps, ano? Ano po ba ang nangyayari po ngayon? Yung bang tinatawag na 9 days of mourning, nagsimula na po o magsisimula pa lang?
Magsisimula pa lang yun pagkatapos na mailibing siya, no? Kaya ngayon ay may paglalamay na ginagawa yung wake, no, ng mga public na mga tao doon po sa St. Peter's Square. Kaya pwede silang pumila doon at pay respect sila sa Santo Papa kay Pope Francis. So yan po hanggang sa Sabado. Pagdating ng Sabado, andun yung nakatakda yung kanyang paglilibing.
Opo.
Sa Sabado. So kaya ililibing siya sa Basilica of St. Mary Majors, hindi po sa St. Peter's.
Opo.
So kanyang request yan, no, na doon daw siya ilibing. So pagkatapos, magsisimula yung siyam na araw ng pagdadasal para sa kanya. And then, after that, maghahanda na sila para sa conclave, para sa pag-iipon ng mga kardinal, no, para ma-discern kung ano sino yung pinipili ng Diyos na maging sunod ng Santo Papa. So, yan po yung mga mangyayari ngayon. So, yung mga kardinal, lalo na malalayo, ay papunta pa lang doon. No, para makatama sila sa libing na Chorino ng Santo Papa.
Opo. But is it safe to assume, Bishop, na yung sa libing mismo ngayong Sabado, all the cardinals will be there already?
Hindi natin po alam, no? Kasi alam naman natin, ibang mga kadila ay matatanda na, no? Iba ay malayo, no? So, may baka may mga important na mga appointments, so hindi natin alam. Pero talagang karamihan ay nandun na. So, ngayon marami nang nandun.
Opo. Yung tinatawag na Novem Dialis, 9 days honoring a deceased, ano? Kailan po ba nagsisimula yun? From the death po ba of the Pope?
Ang pagkaalam ko, magsisimula yan sa paglibing sa kanya.
Okay. So, dun magsisimula. Yun ang day 1, ano po?
No, sa Sabado.
Alright. And then, what happens po doon sa conclave? When does it start?
Yung pagdidesisyonan pa yan ng mga cardinals. Kaya nandun sila, tapos magdidesisyon sila kung kailan mag-start yung conclave. But surely, hindi tatagal. Siguro mga within 10 days or 20 days, no, na mag-start na mag-opening na yung conclave.
Bishop, ano pong nangyayari doon sa mga daily
happenings sa Vatican kapag ang isang Santo Papa ay namatay? Will all operations cease muna at nakafocus muna sila sa pagpapalibing at sa darating na conclave? O meron pa rin po bang ilang opisina na patuloy pa rin yung kanilang mga ginagawa?
Patuloy pa rin yung mga ginagawa nila. May mga opisina naman na may mga appointments sila, may mga dapat gawin. Patuloy pa rin yun. Hindi naman nag-stop ang operation ng Vatican. May isang cardinal na ngayon na siya yung namamahala sa pang-araw-araw ng mga gawain, no, sa Vatican. So, habang hinahanda nila yung conclave, so hindi naman stop ang mga operation.
Opo.
Siyempre, yung mga essential lang ang dapat tutuloy.
Opo. Yung Camerlengo po ba yun nagiging parang OIC kapag ganito po?
Totoo. Yung Carmelinho, pero yung OIC ng day-to-day operation.
Pero bahagi din po siya kung siya ay pasok sa voting age, maaari rin po ba siyang bumoto sa pagiging isang Santo Papa?
Maaari rin siyang bumoto, maaari siyang iboto. No? Sa Carmelinho. Kung bahagi siya, kung within nasa voting age pa. Palagay ko ngayon, si Cardinal Farrell, no, ay nasa voting age pa.
Opo. Balikan ko lang po, yung ngayon po ay public viewing na po doon sa labi ng Santo Papa. Ito po ba ay 24 hours pa at ina-accommodate po ba nito ang lahat ng tao regardless of any religion?
Regardless of any religion, ina-accommodate yan. Siyempre, hindi ko lang alam kung 24 hours. No? Depende yan siguro sa dami ng tao. No? Kaya, so kung may pipila pa, no, sa gabi.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Yan po ang latest updates regarding sa Santo Papa natin po dyan sa Vatican. Sa Vatican. So, let's don't forget to say a prayer to our Pope Francis po, no? And she will be put to his eternal resting place po sa Sabado ang funeral or burial rites ni Pope Francis. Let us pray and of course we are mourning for his death, but we are also happy that now he is in the arms of our God the Father, ang Creator natin po. And soon after the funeral or burial rites of Pope Francis, then ang mga cardinals natin will be having a closed door meeting and they will be electing a new Pope for the Roman Catholic community po. So, siguro hanggang dito na lang tayo po ang programa natin, NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico. And once again, I would like to say thank you very much for making me a part of your day today. Malaysia, Sabah, the Philippines, God bless us all. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.